Well, Shannon, would you say that would you think that our country is getting better or worse?
Well, now, that can be, depends on how you're looking at it. I see some ways things get better, but the way the government's running, I'm not happy with it. There's a lot of things that's happened in the government that's shameful, and they allow it to continue, and it shouldn't continue. It shouldn't continue. A lot of fascism going on, and I really hate that. I see a lot of discrimination, especially when it comes to like trans people. They can't get health care. People shame them. They don't know what it's like to be trans, and trying to get that, living with that dysphoria is terrible. I hate it when people think that trans is some sort of mental whatever. No,
Well,
it's a way that they feel.
yeah, but Shannon, that's what dysphoria means.
I know, but it's not. It's also something that you're not taught. It happens. One day you look in the mirror and you're like, and it keeps happening. You don't feel like yourself. You look at something, you're like, what the hell? You don't feel right. And I think, it's a very valid thing. People are entitled to that health care. If they want to change, then let them change. Let
Well,
people
Shannon,
live.
do you believe it? Do you know what apotemnophilia is?
What is it?
Apotemnophilia.
No, I don't.
It's a form of dysphoria where people believe that there's certain parts of their body that don't belong on them.
Oh, yeah, and then they end up trying to amputate it
Yeah.
and stuff.
What do you think about that?
You know? Maybe they don't see that. I don't,
If
Where do we
your
draw
friend
the
wanted to
line?
cut her arms off because she just felt like they didn't belong, would you prefer to have her arms cut off, or would you try to help her to be happy and satisfied and realize that her arms are really for her benefit, and it's try to deal with her mental state rather than cut off her body parts?
You know, there's got to be a line drawn, I think, with some of it. I mean, to change one's gender,
I mean, how is gender transition surgery any different?
it really isn't. You're right in the grand scheme of things, but yet again, it's more common than somebody wanting to cut off their arms, I believe.
I mean, somebody wants to cut off their sexual organ, the male,
Yeah?
say for example. That's
They don't always want it cut off. They just
no,
have
but
to
if they
trim.
do, my desire is to help the person understanding dysphoria. Of course, dysphoria exists and people struggle with these things, but my thing is I think we should love that person and help them to be happy in the body that they're in and realize that there's purpose and beauty to the way they are rather than having to hack up their body.
Well, and maybe they might have considered those things too, but even after, I mean, it's been proven that people. Sorry, I, I get distracted, but yes, I just believe that people should have the right to change. If they want to alter themselves, then they should, as long as it ain't
But
gonna
the question is though, what is the loving thing to do for somebody?
accept them as they are.
Okay, if
Meet
somebody
them
wants
where
to
they
cut their
are.
arms off, do you just accept? You're a surgeon. Do you just say, okay, come on, let's cut your arms off immediately?
Usually, people who are going through transition go through a long, lengthy counseling to
That's
make
actually it's
sure.
not true. There's several detransitioners that I've seen, and they said I wasn't given any significant
Okay,
counseling
that
before I
might have
started
been
gender.
them, but for the general rule, I know I live with trans people.
Mhm.
Okay, they're going through year or two counseling before they get suggested to
And
places like top surgery and stuff. They actually go through some pretty.
yeah, but what kind of counseling is it? Is it counseling affirming them or trying to help them be happy in the body with which they live?
It's to help them decide where they're at mentally. Where are
Right.
they at
But is the
mentally?
standard that they are experiencing mental illness or that they are perfectly normal
Well,
in having that?
I think that's what. Well, people don't consider trans people to be mentally unwell as a general rule. They talk to them and see when they want to take it to the next step for like surgery and stuff.
Mhm.
If they're aware of all the pros and cons of it. That's the best way to approach. Don't approach them like with something to scare them out of them. Let them know this is what can happen and this is what can happen. You let people know the pros and cons and let them decide for themselves. But you also, they. That's why. Oh gosh. So, anyways, there goes the conversation. Sorry, but
It's hard to talk.
it is. My bird's going. Anyways, appreciate you conversing with me.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate it, Jan.